a movement was coined here, which is called PAFMEXA, Pan-African Freedom Movement for Eastern, Central, and Southern Africa. And they went further because in South Africa, the whites were saying that South Africa was already independent. But then it came up what was called the NIBMA, No Independence for Majority Rule. So Dar es Salaam became the headquarters of liberation of Africa. Mwalimu Nyerere gave facilities and financial support to this liberation movement. And the OAU itself here was basically mobilizing the world for the liberation of Africa. Eventually, with the fall of apartheid regime in South Africa in 1994, the rest of the continent was now liberated. OAU had accomplished its task. So it was then transformed to AU. Now, AU focus is more on development, cooperation, and unity of Africa. Unity has always been there at the core, right from the days when the founding conference was held here in Addis Ababa. There was the question of unity now, African Union government now. And there are two schools of thought. One, the union government now. The other one is gradual process of unity. Start first with the regional the building block. Were the Central African Union, then you have got the Maghreb Union. These are the building blocks of a united Africa. So here, AU has, since it was formed, done, I could say, a commendable work of trying to bring these African countries together and trying to deal with issues which affect the continent of Africa. If you look at my blueprint there, I've outlined critical issues. We talked about security, peace and security, because there can be no development if there's no peace. In 2013, they came up with silencing the guns. That's when they had coined the Vision 2063. In 2013, OAU was exactly 50 years old. They celebrated the golden anniversary of the movement. Now the focus on the next 50 years, that's why you have the Vision 2063. And here, number one is peace. And I think probably they were overambitious. They said they want guns to be silent by 2020. 2020 is 4 years ago. The guns were not silent then, neither are they silent today. Now you ask, why are they not silent? And how can they be silenced? That's a challenge facing the leadership of this organization. Food security is another one. As you know, I keep on saying that Africa is the richest continent in terms of resources. But the paradox is that the richest continent is also the poorest in terms of living conditions of its people. Of course, we blame the historical past, the colonization, the domination, the exploitation of our continent. But we're saying